In September, Nigeria's oil production was reported to have improved, rising to over 160 barrels per day. But this is still far from meeting the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries quota allocation of 1.74 million barrels per day. In order to ramp up production, the Commission is meeting with crude oil producers to discuss critical aspects of the Petroleum Industry Act. The focus is on the enforcement of the domestic crude oil supply obligations as provided for in the Act, which will see private refineries, especially modular refineries, receiving crude supplies.
If we are able to meet our domestic refining obligation, we'll be able to impact largely on some of the attendant costs in pricing the refined products. So it behoves us all as an industry to find a way to make Nigeria a net exporter of refined product.
The NUPRC's chief executive says the Commission will make sure crude oil producers comply with the Act, promising to sanction any producer that fails to fulfill the statutory obligation.
A company who fails to respond to requests for quotation within specified period is liable to pay administrative fine of $10,000 to the Commission. That is for the period of default. A company who has not complied with its domestic crude supply obligation, where a willing buyer exists, shall not be granted an export permit for export of crude oil for the lease area.
The Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative noted with worry that Nigeria, being an oil-producing country, has spent $74.6 billion in 15 years on the importation of fuel.
We appear to be the only country in the world that is in that mess. We share in the optimism that we are coming back to track, that the refineries, local refineries, will come to work, whether private or public.
The Commission promises to intervene if there are challenges of logistics and disagreements over payment mode between local crude oil producers and the buyers. Georgina Ndukwezainka, Arise News.